This is the part of Chapter 2 where I'm going through the ideas of business rules, data names, and data definitions. So in the project folder, and as you're working on the project, at this point you should have put together a set of business rules associated with your project. Those business rules define or constrain some aspect of the business. Usually, again, it has to do with policies, procedures, events, functions. So, for instance, with Pine Valley, you can't set up an order without it having a date. A product description has to be unique. You can't have two products listed in the database with the same exact description. Product IDs have to be unique. An order has to have a customer ID associated with it, and it also has to have a product associated with it. Things along those lines are business rules. Again, they control your data. Without business rules, you're going to find yourself in situations where you simply you lose data. They should be expressed in terms familiar to end users. So just like laws, in my opinion, should be in plain English, you should be setting up your business rules using terms that your end users will understand. And all of this is enforced automatically by the database management system. When we start talking about what makes up a business rule, here are some things. Declarative, what, not how. It should be precise. Should be atomic. One statement. Should not be paragraphs. They should be consistent, so that internal users and external users can abide by these rules. Expressible, I just talked about using natural language. They shouldn't be repeated, which is distinct, and they should be business oriented, so understood by business people. You don't have to write this for someone in second grade, but it should be something that anyone in your business should understand. And what's a good data name? Right, so and what do I mean by a data name? So a data name is the name of an entity, the name used by an attribute, the name used by a relationship. So again, you shouldn't use terms that are really technical terms as much as possible. They should be meaningful, right? Like something like F name. Would be fine. I mean, most people would look at that and say, okay, that's first name. That's just short for first name. But you shouldn't have say an attribute called date. What date? Whose date? So that doesn't describe anything. It doesn't have any meaning. All of your names should be unique. Obviously, you shouldn't have two entities with the same name, and the name of an entity should not be used as an attribute of one entity or another. Obviously, you need to be able to read them. Your company or your group, in this case, should set up an approved list of words to use, words that everybody knows and can understand. A good data name should be repeatable. Again, all of these are covered in the text to a really good extent, page 63, 65. So I won't bore you with a lot of this stuff. And then we have data definitions. So now that you have your data set up, now you can put in the explanation. So you have a data name, which again is one word, but then somewhere along the way you need definitions that will allow people to understand or flesh out what that entity is, what that attribute means. So again, It's an explanation, and again, there should be in your business some kind of guideline associated with the use of a good data definition. And at the same time, you should have rules that can't be broken that would make something a bad data definition. And yeah, that's the end of this lecture.